So okay, let's start with the podcast now.
Sure.
Sure. So hi Yash, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So you have deep interest in astronomy and all of the space stuff, right? So
Yeah,
what
yeah, yeah.
initially got you interested in astronomy?
Uh, that goes that goes at least a decade back. So initially, as a toddler or as a student in my school, I have always been interested in looking at the stars, basically, right? So my neighbors and all used to have these sessions where they just used to talk about, you know, stars. They used to go on the terrace and show stars making shapes and everything. And that's how my initial interest peaked. After that, I remember in my 11th and 12th standard, right, in my junior college, my director I mean, my director is an astrophysicist himself. So he took us out on a stargazing trip that he had organized, and I saw moon for the first time through the telescope. And I still remember that moment. I was scared for a second, that just see how massive it is, and then I mean, the second I remember I loved it so much that I could never take my hands off it. And then yeah, I just expressed my interest. I explored my interest further. I got involved in more activities that had astronomy related uh, activities, right? And yeah, so I just explored my interest further, and then I understood that this really gives me a kick. So I mean, I believe that there should, if you're not doing something that gives you a kick, or that forces, or that makes you keeps you anticipating to do more of it, then you're doing it wrong, basically. So for me, that was astronomy.
Okay, so like generally in India as well, like students or I would say children's gets interested in astronomy during their childhood, like by the fascination of stars, moons, and planets. So, but the fascination slowly fades away when they become an adult, right? So,
Yeah, yeah,
what do you
yeah.
think about the importance of astronomy in anyone's life? Like, how does it impact anyone's life?
Oh, it impacts. That's a very good question. That impacts you greatly. I'll give you my example only, because that's what I'm 100% sure about. Right. So, the impact that astronomy has had on me mentally has been immense. Right. Now, I want you to imagine a picture, right? So, imagine I'm keeping you in a room,
Okay,
right? And I go out of the room.
okay.
What would you do?
I would just wonder, like, uh, I would try to think something, or I would just wonder about something that
No, but
I'm currently.
it's an empty room. You don't know anything about the room. I just brought you in the room and I'm placing you there. And
Yeah.
I leave. The door is open, everything. So what would you do? What would be the
Probably
first thing?
yeah, probably I would also leave, I would say, because
Okay,
yeah, like if I don't know anything about a place or a thing or an object, what I would try
okay,
to do is, uh, first of all, I would just try to discover that what is something around the room that would interest me. But in like after that, if nothing interests me, I would leave. Yeah,
all right. So you would be curious.
yeah.
You would be curious
Correct.
about various things, right?
Initially, yes, yes,
Yes, what is around you,
yeah,
and you would try to know your surrounding better,
yeah.
and then make a decision based on whatever your observations are, right?
Correct, correct.
Now the room is the earth.
Okay,
No, so where I've kept you is on the earth,
okay,
and the surrounding is space, the
okay,
universe.
okay.
What would I do?
I would try to explore, I would say.
Exactly, right? And the impact, the sheer. Can you hear me? I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now you're audible. Yes, yes. Can you hear me
okay.
fine?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. So where were we?
So you're talking about that, if imagine the room as Earth and the empty space as
Yeah,
the
yeah,
universe.
yeah, yeah. So yeah. So basically, we humans are explorers. We are the species itself. If you go to the roots of humanity, humans, basically not humanity, that's a different thing. If you go to the roots of humans, we are explorers. Even the first humans, or even now, what we do, we just look around, we explore, right? We are curious about our surroundings. So if you think about that, right, then being interested in unknown is in our genes, right?
True, true,
अपने को अ, हर चीज में नाक डालने की बहुत आदत है टांग
true.
अड़ाने की नाक डालने की whatever yeah now keeping that perspective in one side right I would say if you when you're understanding or when you're trying to understand the universe the sheer massiveness of everything just 12 kilometers like in that direction is just so magnificent right that it makes you feel that you are a part rather an integral part of such a huge system in other words you're significant and you're insignificant at the same time
True.
uh, and if you just think about it right then I don't think anything else would be more interesting than knowing your place in the universe. Why did you come to existence? What is consciousness? That is something that we can press more on maybe later. But if you think about that, then it makes you realize that what is your I mean what it makes you think what is your place in this universe, right? There's thing. Hang on. So Juno satellite, I think it was Juno, which
Yeah,
traveled to Saturn's rings, right?
yeah. It was
When it
Cassini. It was Cassini.
Cassini, yeah, yeah, Cassini. Sorry, yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
So it was when it traveled to Saturn's ring. The camera it turned around, and it took a photo of the Earth, right?
true.
And that
Yeah.
photo is called the pale blue
Pale
dot.
blue dot. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes. And one of the legendary scientists, in my opinion at least, Carl Sagan,
yeah,
had something to say about it, right? And what he has said, right? If you think about it, for me, it was a great influence on my mental morale or my ideologies or my philosophy about, you know, being in this field, right? It went something like there, that pale blue dot. That's where everything is, everything that was, everything that will be, everything that has been. It's all confined in that pale
yeah.
blue dot.
It's like that's us, right?
Yeah, that's us basically. Yeah, that's home.
Yeah,
All your fear, all your loved ones, all your enemies, all the hatred, everything, all the greatest man, the greatest achievement, the biggest criminal, all of that is confined in that one pale blue dot floating in space, right? So सुनने में अच्छा लगता है,
true.
right? What can you learn from that is that so what I learned from that is that if I am running behind understanding something that is so massive, the universe in itself, the observable universe in itself
Yeah,
is so massive, And if by doing while I'm doing that, if I myself I get stuck within the man-made boundaries of uh, anything, for example, be it hatred or be it selfishness or be it any quality, be it love or be it religional boundaries and all, right? Then
True.
how, if I keep boundaries for me, how can I understand that has vast boundaries or no boundaries at all, right? So if you keep that philosophy with you, I think all the problems that we face in our day-to-day life, everything that we have an opinion on,
Yeah,
that all makes, I mean, that all is very insignificant if you're trying to explore something of great vastness.
yeah. So basically, I would also like to share this experience of mine. Like,
Sure, sure.
I bought a telescope 2 years back. Like, I was interested in astronomy from a
Yeah.
while now. But I didn't thought of taking it as a profession or getting into professionally. I bought a telescope 2 years back. It took me around 2 to 3 weeks to get my first picture, or I would say the first image of Moon and the other planets like Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
it was a lot of effort, I would say, to set the
I'm
telescope
sure.
and get the
I'm
picture.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but once I witnessed the Saturn for the first time, there was an immense feeling of gratitude, a feeling of gratitude towards life. Along with that, it also makes us feel that and make, like, I would say, if you learn astronomy, you understand that we are just a speck of dust in this vast universe.
Also,
Yeah,
I would like to, I mean, not add something to it, but when you say that we are just a speck of dirt in this universe, you must also understand. I just made this statement a short while ago that we are not significant and very significant at the
at the
same
same.
time.
True.
Now, why are we very significant, right?
Yeah,
We are gifted with something that we casually call consciousness.
yeah,
The sheer, the sheer gift of understanding or conceiving what is around us and understanding how this universe has formed and how everything is, how everything works, basically. That kind of, in my opinion, makes us significant for ourselves,
true.
not for, not in the cosmic frame of reference.
Yeah,
But if you say we are insignificant, practically, yes, that is true. But then, if you say that we are insignificant without mentioning our significance,
yeah,
that kind of dulls down all the efforts that we have made to understand the universe itself.
true. Basically, what I mean was that, like, people uh, take their life for granted. They think that they don't have enough. They are not satisfied for some things. But when they think about the vast part of they learn astronomy, they understand that what they are in this universe, it helps them. I feel that astronomy helps them to not boost their ego, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. To keep
also
yourself
gives,
grounded, basically.
yeah, it keeps them grounded, and it gives a feeling of gratitude towards life, like to embrace the life they have got. Because, yeah, again, the part comes here that we are significant and we have a life that is supreme. So I feel
We have
that is the importance.
consciousness that is
Yeah,
supreme.
exactly.
Yeah. Can we pause here for a second before that,
Sure,
so
sure,
that
sure,
gets,
sure.
I am
And
sure it's causing some disturbance.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure. No worries.
Yeah, yeah. That, I mean, what time is it? Yeah, it's
Uh,
8:15. So
yeah,
there's a
no worries.
mosque right near my place. So yeah,
Sure, sure, sure. We can, we can.
yeah.
We'll edit the part, right?
That's why I
Yeah,
pointed that
sure.
out. Think it should get over any second. It's usually a minute long or so.
So also wanted to discuss, like, now apart from the podcast, like, you're currently working full time, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we were also looking for some instructors at particular.
I know. I gave it a thought, right?
Yeah,
And what I've been thinking is that you are looking to develop a curriculum and supply it to people,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
At this point, what I can do to help you is basically I can give you consultations because I've been developing curriculum.
Okay,
So, I mean, I can help you hire people who can do it basically. I can be a consulting part of the team in the sense that every day or every 2 days I'll give my 1 hour or so
sure.
and discuss what's what basically.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. So that is something that I can do in my opinion. But then I don't think I will be doing it for free of charge because
Yeah, yeah, of course, of
uh,
course, of course.
I mean, because already as I told you, I'm working on my thesis with people around the globe,
Okay.
and that is going parallelly with this full-time job. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm coming,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
taking
can
some
understand.
time off from somewhere to,
Mm-hmm.
put that effort in.
No,
So
no,
yeah,
we are not. Yeah, we are not expecting it voluntarily as well. We
I,
just.
if you would have asked me a month or so ago, then I might have done it, like anyways.
Yeah, yeah,
But
got it.
right now, I am also scrammed up with all. But yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I will be always up to, so for a week, say I can give you 5 hours a week, basically
Got it. Got it.
5 to 7, whatever is required,
Sure.
and I can provide consultations, based on. Or right now, I think you will be looking to hire a full-time person in your team as well.
Basically, we are trying to open up and research internship opportunities for students in the field of astronomy, aerospace, and all this stuff.
Right,
So we are
right,
not
right,
looking for full-time instructors. We are just looking for, I would say, experts, where our students who will enroll in the internship, will schedule a session with the expert regarding their project or problem statement, and the expert can just give a 1 hour or 2 hour a week and guide them. So we're looking for instructors in the same domain, and the fees will be paid according to the hourly basis to the instructor.
right. If I just a second, if I turn my fan on, does that give any disturbances? Just let me know.
No, 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 it works
Hang on,
fine.
it's just
Okay.
coming up now.
Can you speak now?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? If you can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah, it
the
works.
fan?
Yeah, yeah. No, 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 it works fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, yeah. Now we can start, I think. Yeah,
Okay, so we can start again, right?
yeah.
Okay. So also, Yash, can you walk us through your journey, like from being a student to a researcher, and after that, a curriculum planner? We'll
I
love to
mean,
hear about your journey.
yeah, sure. So as I told, I've been interested in astronomy since my very early childhood days, and I actually started properly pursuing it in my 11th, since my 11th standard.
Mm-hmm.
When I got a little interest in the subject, I approached my uh, director, who I mentioned is an astrophysicist himself, and he was at that time he was on a project making a radio telescope in the school itself, right? So I got myself enrolled, not enrolled, but I showed my interest and I asked him if I can, help him or something, like an assistantship, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that started after, so that went on for years, maybe. But after I finished my 12th, I just did bachelor's in physics. While I was doing bachelor's in physics, I enrolled myself for these courses, certificate courses in astronomy to get myself acquainted more to the subject, right? So in my first year, I did a course from Wilson College under Mr. Mahesh Shetty. And then from there, I just started growing my circle in the field itself. I started attending the sky observations. I attended lectures, stuff like that. In the third year, I guess, no, it was in the second year when there's in Mumbai University, there's this extramural department that provides you the a certificate course in astronomy,
Mm-hmm.
basic astronomy course, I think it's called. so which happens in Nehru Planetarium. So I was a part of that as well. So these courses are like year-long courses, not year-long, but 6 month long courses. They start in
Mhm.
November and go till June, right?
Okay.
So or they start this Mumbai University one that started in July, somewhere in July, went on till next March or something. These are weekend courses. So these help me get a little more insight and a lot more interest into astronomy. And at the same time, I was talking to a lot of people in the field, right? Getting
Mm-hmm.
to know, getting an idea if there can be a career in it.
Okay.
Because astronomy as a career, it is still seen to be quite a niche subject, and
True.
not a
True.
lot of people do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after that, after my bachelor's, I flew to UK in University of Sussex, Brighton, where I did my master's in astronomy. Now that is where the real story started. That is where the real astronomy. If you want to be a researcher, you need to you need to know a lot more things than just the night sky and
True.
just the normal basic fundamentals of astronomy. These are important, but you need to know much more than that if you actually want a career in it, right?
Got it.
So that is where I gained a lot of exposure in the field. I was learning core subjects, be it cosmology, be it data analysis used for astronomy and various other things,
Mm-hmm.
be it astrophysical processes, be it stellar evolution, extragalactic astrophysics, all these things. And side by side, I was also working on a project. So what happens in UK is you have out of the 90 credits, 45 credits are reserved for the master's thesis. That thesis goes year long.
Okay.
Side by side, you're also doing your coursework, right? So when I was working on my master's thesis, basically that is when I truly fell in love with real astronomy.
Okay.
Because so to be honest, it's been what? I think it's been years that I've seen through a telescope to figure something out. What is real astronomy? Real astronomy is just you sitting in front of numbers, a lot of numbers. First, they
Okay.
don't make any sense. You try to find patterns in it, then you insert astronomy into it, then you insert astrophysics into it, then you make a story out of it. Okay, this is what that must be happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that gave me a kick. Like that gave me an immense kick, the aforementioned kick that I was talking about, right? And I was like, that is when I decided this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Okay.
So after my masters, I had to come back to India. But then I was still, so masters over, thesis over, everything done. But then after I came back, I was still, for a couple of months, I was still missing that kick because everything. So I again approached my supervisor back from university
Mm-hmm.
and asked him, because when I submitted my thesis, the outcome was there were some results that have not been published before. So we can touch more on that. So he had just mentioned that in the review.
Okay.
And after I came back, I just approached him, asking that, I'm looking to publish my thesis. I want to publish my thesis and I'm ready to work more into it. So that is how my journey into real research, real time research after my master's started, right? And that went on for a couple of years. I got a research assistantship in Spain. I mean, I had to do it from India itself
Okay.
due to yes, COVID. So that is where I explored my. So that is where I explored different parts in my project itself to expand the scope of my research. And yeah, I mean that project is still ongoing. We are doing great work we're doing great work into it. That is going to happen. I further plan on going to do a PhD, being a full-time researcher. But
Okay.
then, while all of this is happening, there's this another opportunity that came to me where I had to be a curriculum planner for astronomy. So this company This company has manages a chain of schools, and they want to
Yes,
introduce.
yes, just a second. Can you pause just a second? I
Yeah, yeah,
got interrupted in the video. Just a second.
yeah, yeah.
Give me a second. I'll restart it again. There is some storage space in my mobile, so I'll
Oh,
just
oh,
uninstall some of the
yeah,
apps.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Empty it, empty. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I guess now it should open. Yeah, we can start.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So where was I?
I was explaining about all of the
Yeah,
curriculum.
yeah,
How
yeah,
we got started.
yeah, yeah. So as I said, then I got this opportunity where this company who manages a chain of schools
Mhm.
uh, came to me and they wanted someone who can plan a curriculum for school students in astronomy. And I have been very much interested in pushing the outreach activities for this subject because, as I said, this is a niche subject, is what people think,
True,
right? Not a lot of people get into it,
true.
and people have to. I mean, there are all the facilities that you require available in our country, but not a lot of people know about it.
Yeah,
And you know, not all people can go out and not all people should go out or have to go out to pursue this field. You can do it
mhm.
from your room. I mean, it's not that niche, in my opinion. There are
Exactly.
all the resources available. There is everything available, but students don't know how to look for it.
True.
So yeah, so my this company, I work as a curriculum developer. I develop curriculum for kids from grade 1 till grade 10, giving them a better understanding of, not a better understanding, but uh, hang on, pause. I think my tiffin has just come. I just need to go get it. Can I?
Sure, sure, sure. You can.
Yeah, just give me like a minute or two.
Yeah, sure. So, really?
Yeah, hi, hi.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
yeah, yeah,
My
no
tiffin
worries.
usually arrives at 8:30.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, where were we?
So explaining how, like, what got you interested in designing the curriculum for our school students, and
Yeah,
how do you design the curriculum?
yeah, yeah. So as I was saying, I designed. I mean, me and my team we designed introducing astronomy uh, from grade one all the way to grade 10. And our main motto is not actually teaching them real astronomy, but just to get the that one spark that I got when I saw the moon through the telescope. Right?
Hmm.
If we just have that one spark, I think students can find their way around us, and also we are also there to then support them, show them the way. So that is my main motto behind this curriculum development thing. So yeah, I mean, apart from curriculum development and research and all, there's still going to be real research going on.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's yeah. So um, I guess if any student who is like around 12 years old or 11 years or 10 years old, if they want to get started in astronomy, what is that one skill or thing they should adopt in order to stay on the same path? Like, there is a spark in everyone. Let's say I will talk about my own sister. When she also saw the moon from a telescope, she also got interested into astronomy. But if I want that, like, if she wants to pursue astronomy as a profession, like, what should they learn, and what are the technicals of astronomy? Like, if we talk about astronomy to the people, they only think that there is only theoretical stuff about uh, space, planets, black holes, all of the stuff, right? But
yeah,
what are the
yeah.
technical? What is the technical aspect of that?
So yeah, so for a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old or even a 12-year-old, if you want them
Yes,
to,
just a second. There's a lot of storage space issues, I guess, in my phone. I'll
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah, get
delete
that,
a
get that.
few.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Are you recording from an iPhone?
No, no, it's my Android only. I don't know what the
Okay.
issue is. I'll just delete all the stuff. Okay, I guess now this should work. Let's
Okay.
try. Yeah,
Let
you
me
can
know.
continue. Yeah, you can continue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So for a toddler, I mean, for an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old or even a 12-year-old, right? If you want them to develop interest in astronomy, the motivation is right out there, basically. Just show them the starry night, you know, let them ask questions. Just show them,
Yeah.
these are the stars, these are the
Mm.
stuff like that. Can you find the pattern or something like that, right?
True.
And once they ask questions, or if they ask questions, right? I think there are a lot of outreach programs like overnight sky gazing observation sessions and all. You can take take them over there. You can let them have an experience, have that experience, because uh, that is the pivotal point, not the pivotal, but that is where a lot of interest can generate.
Got it.
And then, you know, after that, I think if they're interested in astronomy, if they get that interest in astronomy from then that point itself, they'll ask you to take you to another one. Then there are these planetariums, just
Hmm.
we go to watch movies all the time. Take
Yeah,
some for once, we can go to a planetarium, have that experience.
true.
And after that, I think a child can find his or her own way into the field,
Hmm.
because you have already exposed him or her to all these activities. Now, that should get him or her some interest of exploring more.
Hmm.
They'll come and ask for some more, right?
True. Yeah.
And that is
Right.
that can be a great starting point, right?
Yeah.
And from then onwards, then we can get into all the technical aspects of uh, once he or she passes their grade 10, then they can choose science or arts or commerce. Astronomy is something that anyone can do,
True. Yeah.
because not all of astronomy is theoretical or data intensive, or there's astrophotography, there's all sorts of different things, which is not confined to one stream of subject given that is given the choice. Yes, conventionally science is given more preference if you want to go long into the field. But if you're just doing astronomy to enjoy or as a hobby, then there is no boundary basically, because the night sky is equal to all of us.
Yeah. True.
It doesn't differentiate for people doing commerce or arts or engineering or science or whatever. So, for example, a colleague of mine is a phenomenal astrophotographer.
Okay.
He clicks images that are unreal using just his DSLR and the telescope.
Hmm.
And he's from a commerce background. He's a businessman himself.
Okay.
So yeah, so if I mean by then I think the child knows what is he actually interested in and what are his hobbies, right? So
Yes.
then you should just let them free basically.
Hmm.
And I think someone like me who wants to develop a career in astronomy will find his or her own way
Definitely.
into it, because there's a lot of help available.
Yes. So we talked about data-driven astronomy, right? So we also feel that all the cutting-edge technologies like artificial intelligence, data science can play a vital role in astronomy and help us explore the vastness
Yeah,
of universe even more, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
have also worked on that, like how data visualization and data analysis work in astronomy. So can you explain that, like how it will help us to
Uh,
explore?
so I had a back in UK, I had a friend who was a theorist, cosmologist. He was a theorist basically. And let me quote what he used to tease us by saying. Uh, Astrophysicists, the observational or experimental astrophysicists, are nothing but glorified data scientists,
Okay.
right? So, what that means is a lot of astronomy and astrophysics is done by studying data.
True.
You don't observe through a telescope, the one that you have, the one that I have. You don't observe
That's
through that telescope and do real astronomy,
yeah.
right? Because it has a lot of limitations, and you cannot do
Analyze the data with
yeah, you
which
cannot
we capture
analyze.
with them. Yeah,
Yeah. So for that you need loads and loads of data. Now what would someone who doesn't know data analysis do if it is thrown a lot of data?
yeah, exactly.
So astrophysics, astronomy, yes, it involves a lot of data analysis, lot of data science, because a lot of times But even when the data is given to us, before even visualizing the data, we have to clean the data. We have to be sure if the data is meaningful, or is it just noise, right? So that is there is data processing that comes before that. Then data analysis, then finding trends, finding patterns in the data, then visualizing the data, and then applying astrophysics, astronomy into it. Then everything falls into place, basically. So I think, uh, yes, data analysis is a very vital part, or data science is a very vital part of astronomy, and we see uh, ML or AI being applied to a lot of projects. For example, there's this project, I think Galaxy Zoo does that. I'm not sure, but there are many projects which handle a lot of data, in the sense that there is a lot of, so telescopes observe a lot of galaxies, a lot of star clusters, a telescope observes a lot of things, right?
Yeah. True.
And from that, sometimes it becomes, for if you make a human sit and classify, okay, this is a star, this is something else, this is an artifact, this is a starburst, this is a galaxy, this is something
Mm-hmm.
else, this is a this is basic, this is just a cloud of dust. It becomes very, very tedious for a human to do it.
Yeah.
So this is where we have been implementing machine learning, artificial intelligence, where the machines are just classifying data into galaxies or stars or whatever. So yes, we are implementing a lot of artificial intelligence and machine learning into astronomy, because, again, as my friend used to say, uh, observational astrophysics is nothing but glorified data analysis,
Yeah.
and I you can't even deny that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, one final tip I would say for everyone who are interested in astronomy but wants to pursue a career, or I would say you can recommend a book or a set of books that they can read and understand astronomy in general and build a career in the same.
Yeah, I mean, the best advice that I can give is don't give up,
And
right? Because again, there is a lot of universe left to be known.
yeah,
Can you know who said that? Do you know who said that? The universe is its way of knowing ourselves.
okay.
It's Carl Sagan again.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Any.
so. Yeah, I mean, see, I'll be very honest with you.
Mhm.
You don't need to be a topper or really, really smart to get into this field, because people of all sorts come in this field. They find their own comfort zone in this field, because this is a vast field.
Last week, yeah,
This is a very vast field. I myself, I've never topped a class. I don't think I've topped any class. I've been an average student all along. I've been, to be very bluntly honest, right? I've been an average, like subpar 60%, 65%, something like that, kid all along. And if that has not stopped me, then I don't think you should be scared of anything.
I guess there is this, I would say, there is a notion in India, or the children in India from their childhood are told that you need to score good or score more in order to excel, right? But
See,
yeah,
I mean,
but I don't feel that's true because I feel the practical experience or the urge or determination to learn is more important.
I think it goes both ways. Okay,
Yeah,
I won't say कि मत करो पढ़ाई,
huh, true.
right? I won't say कि मत लाओ marks.
Yeah,
Okay, Because after all, these examinations are a way of testing what you have learned.
Exactly.
And I don't even focus a lot on marks. So it is a two-way street. जिस चीज में इंटरेस्ट है,
Hmm.
pursue that.
Exactly.
And trust me, I used to hate mathematics till I was in my 12th.
Okay.
I was very bad at it. I was, I hated it. I just thought, let it get over. But at the same time, I loved physics. Okay. And I just, and as my education went ahead and as I got to know, for me, I didn't have to know all of math
Hmm.
to be good at astronomy or to be better at astronomy or anything. And this is something that my professor, one of my professor in the university had also told. You don't have to be really good at it. You just need to know how to harness that tool just so much that you can get your job done. So
Exactly.
as I told, I hated math till my 12th. And in my masters, there was a time when I was solving double product integral rules in my head. So you didn't, so use it as a tool. Basically, my point is that use these things as tools, basically.
Hmm.
And you don't have to be super brilliant in all the subjects, being a topper, being on the top of your class all the time just to enter this field. No, you just need that one spark and the art of not giving up.
True. That's true.
Because if you don't give up,
Hmm.
you end up learning where you're falling back.
Exactly. Yeah. Correct.
And that's all you need.
Yes. So thank you so much, Yash, for a wonderful podcast. It was a great time having you here at Space Innova
Same.
podcast series. So for all the viewers, stay tuned for another such podcast on space, artificial intelligence, aerospace, entrepreneurship, and also if you want to start with astronomy or astronomical data science, you can look out our programs at Artificial, where we are teaching everything from scratch and have instructors from the IITs and NITs. So you can look at our website www.spartificial.com and check all the programs. So thank you once again, Yash, for
Also,
joining in.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
I would just like to add one thing for the viewers.
Yeah,
Uh, Look out for help wherever required.
exactly.
Yeah, there's help everywhere if you look for it.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
So yeah, thank you so much again, Yash, for sparing your valuable time.
it's
Yeah, I guess now
everything
I'll
for astronomy.
yeah. So now I'll end the recording. Yeah. Just a sec.
Yeah, was it good?
Yeah, it works.